everyone. Today I have a deck of cards workout for you. Now, I did one of these last summer. It was long, it was grueling, and I think we all sort of had a love-hate relationship with it, probably mostly hate. Nonetheless, I get tons of requests for doing another one, so here you go. All you'll need for this is a medium weight. I'm using a single 10-pound dumbbell. If you are just starting out or you don't want to use a weight, all these exercises you could totally do just body weight. If you're new to a deck of cards workout, this is how it works. Yes, we use an actual deck of cards. Each suit corresponds to a different exercise, and the number on the card tells you how many reps to do. Number cards, you would just do the number you see. Face cards are 10 reps. Aces are 1 rep. And that's a gift to you. Last time we did this, aces were 11. Today, aces just 1 rep, but that's because there is a joker at the end of this deck. It'll be the last thing we do, and it's kind of like a little finisher where we'll switch it up. So because these aren't set intervals, your goal is just to go through the rep number as quickly as you personally can, which means we might be at different points in the workout. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip over 3 cards at a time. So if you're going quicker than me, just keep going. You'll know what's next, and then you can either pause the video or fast forward as needed. And at any point in the workout, if you lose count of what rep number you're at, you can always just do the exercise until I'm done doing it, and that's a good way to gauge. This is a longer workout and there's no rest built into it, but what I'm gonna do is I will tell you when we're at the 25% mark, the 50% mark, the 75% mark. So if you do wanna pause the video at those times, catch your breath, you can do so. And if you don't have time to do the whole thing, a great place to start would be to just do 50% of it. Start with half the deck, maybe you do the next half the following day, and build up to doing the whole thing. As with all workouts, you want to make sure you're properly warmed up beforehand and always listen to your body, modifying or stopping as needed. I have 2 warm-ups on my channel, which I link to below. You can do those or do your own. I'm going to show you a preview of the exercises so you'll know what suit corresponds to what exercise. I'll also have little reminders on the screen throughout the workout. Also in that preview, I will show you how to modify the exercises. I don't play music in the background of my videos because I want you to be able to listen to whatever songs or TV shows you like, so you might want to get that queued up. And with all that said, I'm going to get to the preview and we'll get going. All right, let's get this party started. So like I said, I'm going to flip over 3 cards at a time. That way, it doesn't matter if you're going slower or faster than me. You kind of have a gauge of what is coming and what you got to do. So up first, 6 squat jump to press plus another 9. So that's 15, and then 4 full body crunches. So 1 squat jump, that weight is at your chest, and at the bottom, you're going to press it forward and bring it back, keeping the arms at chest height. Again, 15 on deck.
And you'll notice as I complete the reps, I'm going to take away the exercises as I do them so you can kind of see where I am. If you lose count, just do the exercise for as long as I'm doing it. And when I change, just move on to the next exercise. You might miss a rep or two here and there, but not going to matter at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm done with those. I'm going to make my way down to the floor for those 4 full body crunches. And if you want to modify these, you don't have to use the weight. Okay, so I'm going to flip over the next 3. We got more of those squat jump presses, more full body crunches, and more of those jump presses. So I'm going to grab the weight, 10 squat jump presses coming up. When you do these, especially since we have the weight in the front of our body, you want to make sure you're not rounding your shoulders. So I want you to kind of roll your shoulder blades down your back. Picture your shoulder blades are sort of sliding together and down your spine. That is going to help prevent you from hunching. So I'm done with those. I'm going to move onto the floor, 10 full body crunches. When you go to the extended position with your legs and arms hovering, make sure your low back isn't arching up towards the ceiling. So I want you to picture you're kind of buttoning your bottom 2 ribs together, draw the navel down towards the spine. If you find the low back still peeling up, don't extend your legs so low, okay? Maybe you extend them up higher at like a 45-degree angle, or you can always keep your knees bent. All right, 4 more of that jump squat to chest press. And if you need to take out the jump, just give me a regular squat and a press at the bottom. You can always modify these. Okay, flipping over the next 3. So we're 6 cards down. We got a lot to go. All right, so finally a change of exercises. We have the bear plank to donkey, lunge hop to deadlift, 6 and then 8. So you're going to make your way to a plank position. You'll hop your feet into that bear plank position and then give me a donkey kick, 5 of those. So for the lunge hop to deadlift, you could do straight 14 on the left and then 14 on the right. I'm going to break it up though. I'm going to do 6 and 6 and then 8 and 8. Remember, the rep number for this one is each leg. So you are holding the weight in the opposite hand of whatever is, in the hand opposite of whatever leg is in front. There we go. So a little hop and then you hinge forward. Think long spine, open chest, and you're never locking out the stationary knee, okay? So notice my knee stays soft when I go into that deadlift hinge. Now, if you did my previous deck of cards workout, you might remember the Russian twist exercise in that one. It felt like we were doing that for hours. And I hate to break it to you, but this is kind of that exercise of this workout. Because it's the rep number on each leg, it's going to seem like we're doing a lot of these, all right? It's a challenge for sure. All right, so I've got the 6 reps down. Now I'm going to do 8 on each side. And remember those ways I showed you to modify. You can always take out the lunge hop. And if you need to keep your back foot on the floor for balance support, do that. When I find things getting a little wobbly, you'll notice I do the lunge hop and then I kind of come up and I keep my back foot on the floor just for a second before going into the tilt. And that helps. Otherwise, you have momentum going into the hinge. And if that's too wobbly, just pause between it, okay? It's the slightest little pause, but it'll help. So I'm just going to do those 8 on the other side, and then I'll be done with these. Don't worry about how fast you go, especially on these where balance is definitely a big factor in it. I care more about quality than I do about speed. Woo, okay, done with those. So I'm going to flip over the next 3. If you need more time, just pause the video. So we got 5 full body crunches, 8 of the squat jumps, and 10 more of those lunge hops. So starting with that full body crunch, you extend out to a hover and you crunch up, bringing that weight towards your shins. Done with those, I'm moving on to the 8 squat jumps with that press at the bottom. I'm starting to slow down. Remember, keep your chest open and lifted. Don't hunch the shoulders. At the bottom of the squat, weight is in your heels. All right, 10 lunge hops to that deadlift hinge. Doesn't matter which leg you start on. I'm taking my sweet old time. I was feeling these the next day, so stick it out, okay? I know it's going to seem like a lot of these, but it'll be worth it. You'll be so proud of yourself when you finish it, and your body will thank you the next day. Now, when you go into the hinge, I want your hips square to the floor. So think about pulling the non-working side hip down in line with your stationary side. All right, one leg down, 10 reps on the other side for me. And if you're moving through these quicker than I am, that is awesome. You can always just fast forward the video once you hit your 10 reps each side, or you could opt to use the extra time to recover while I catch up to you. Losing my balance here, getting a little wobbly. All right, done with those. I'm going to flip over the next 3. 1 bear plank to donkey. 7 of the jump squats. And 7 full body crunches. Okay, so this isn't too bad of a set. We got this. These are lower numbers, and they're quick ones, and there are none of those jump lunges. So make your way to a plank. Just 1 bear to donkey kick. Aces are nice, right? That was easy. And you are now 25% of the way done with this workout. So if you want to pause and take more of a break, do so now. Otherwise, going into those 7 jump squats with that press at the bottom. You can always use a lighter weight or ditch the weight altogether and just give me jump squats. Down to the floor, I'm moving on to those 7 full body crunches. And remember, on these, you want to check in with your spine. So when you are laying down with the arms extended and the legs extended, don't let the low back arch up to the ceiling. Knit the ribs together. Draw the navel down towards the floor. All right, done with those. Next 3. 1 lunge hop to the deadlift hinge. 10 squat jump to press. And then 9 lunge hop to the deadlifts. Okay, so we got a killer one for the legs this set. Okay, gotta love getting those aces. It's just 1 rep each leg for the lunge hop into the deadlift. And if these are getting to be too much, you could always ditch the weight and just do a body weight. Okay, easy peasy. 10 jump squats with the press at the bottom. If the jump is getting to be too much, just do a regular squat with the press at the bottom. And if the press is getting to be too much, ditch the weight and just give me 10 jump squats. Okay, I did my 10. So now I'm moving into the 9 reps of the lunge hop to the deadlift hinge. And if you want to break these up, you could always do 4 reps each leg and then 5 reps each leg, or 3-3, 3-3, 3-3. Doesn't matter as long as you're building up to the 9 reps on each side. If your balance is off with these, couple options. 1, you can do that modification I demoed where you keep your back foot on the floor for it, or just take out the momentum, which is what I'm doing. So I do the little lunge hop and then I come up and pause. It's just a split second, but instead of going straight into the hinge, if you do that, you're going to take out the momentum, and I find it's way easier to balance in the hinge when you do that. Check in. We're never locking out that front knee. And we're trying to keep our hips square to the floor. Long spine, broad chest, we're not hunching. Core is active. All right, I'm taking it over to my other leg. All right. I'm going to flip over the next 3. If you need more time, pause the video, or you can opt to just stop when I stop. That works too. Up next, we got 10 full body crunches, 7 more lunge hop deadlifts, 4 more lunge hop deadlifts. So we'll start with the crunches. You'll grab that weight, make your way down to the floor. Remember on these, the higher your legs are at a hover, the easier it will be. So if your low back is bothering you on these, extend them up higher. Okay, we're going to make our way up now. I'm doing those lunge hop deadlifts. If you've been starting on the same leg every time, maybe switch it up and start on your other leg. Just because usually we're a little fresher the first side. So again, it's 7 reps and then 4 reps on each leg. Now you could do 11 straight on each side. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to break it up. I'm going to do 7, 7, 4, and 4. Now, I know this exercise can feel a little frustrating. I did the workout too. I'm doing it with you guys. But sometimes repetition is really just the most effective way to really burn out the target muscle group. So yes, it is going to feel like you are doing a shitload of these lunge hop deadlifts. But it's effective, okay? There is a purpose behind it. There is a method to the madness. So have patience, stick with it. And if you find that you're going a lot slower than I am and the rep numbers are just too much, then I just want you to do the exercise until I'm done doing it. You might get fewer reps than me, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm done with the 7 reps on each side. Now I'm going to do 4 reps on each side. Final 4 reps on my other side. All right, so I'm going to flip over the next 3. We got 5 of the squat jumps with the press, 3 of the lunge hops with the deadlifts, and then 8 bear planks to donkey kicks. All right, nice. Only 3 of those lunge hops in this set. We got this. So I'm going to start with those jump squats. Now, notice if you're getting lazy on these. Sometimes what we do in a squat is we sort of just lean forward with our torso, but we're not actually getting very low through the legs. So really slide your hips down and back. I want you in a low squat for these. All right, I'm moving on to those lunge hops, 3 each side. 3 is going to feel so nice after just doing 11. All right, I finished those, so I'm going to move into my plank position. bear plank to donkey kick. 8 reps of those. So these are quick. It's really a full body exercise. You're going to especially feel your quads and your shoulders. All right, let's flip over another 3 cards, see what we got. 2 full body crunch. Yay, low number. 4 bear planks to donkey, another low number. 6 full body crunches. Okay, I like this. We can cruise through this one, all right? Grab your weight. We will start with the full body crunch. 2 reps of those. And I'm going to move into the 4 bear plank to donkey kicks. And when you finish those, I have good news. You are 50% of the way done with this workout. If you want to pause and take a break, go for it. Otherwise, 6 full body crunches. You could always pause after this too, since it is the last one in the set. Now, I'm going to keep cranking away, but again, rest is needed. You can always pause this video. Or if you're done for the day, if half the deck is enough for you, come back and finish the second half tomorrow or later on in the week. All right, next 3. We got 10 bear planks to donkey kicks, 8 full body crunches, and 5 lunge hop deadlifts. Not bad. This one's going to go by pretty quick too. So in these upcoming bear plank to donkey kicks, I want you to try to stay active the whole time. So if you need to pause, 10 in a row is a lot. Pausing is fine, but try to pause in a plank position rather than dropping to your knees and coming out of it. All right, I'm done with those. I'm moving on to the 8 full body crunches. Done with those. Now I'm going to move on to the 5 lunge hops with the deadlifts. A good way to check that your hips are staying square when you do the hinge in this is to pay attention to what your back leg is doing. What direction are the toes pointing in? If they're pointing to the wall instead of the floor, I want you to think of engaging through the inner thigh. Spiral that back leg inward, dial the toes down to the floor. And when you do that, it's going to help pull that hip down in line with the other one so we keep those hips square to the ground. Done with 5 on the first leg, moving on to the second leg. Done with those. Okay, I'm going to flip over the next 3. 3 squat jump to press. 2 squat jump to press. 10 bear to donkey. Okay, we got another quick one. So we've got a total of 5 of those jump squats with the press at the bottom. I just finished my 5, so I'm going to make my way down to the floor. Bear plank to donkey kicks. We got 10 of them. Again, if you can't do all 10 back to back, no big deal, but try to take an active pause, okay? So see if you can just hold the plank instead of completely dropping out of it. Okay, I'm going to flip over the next 3. 10 full body crunches, 2 bear to donkey kicks, and another 9 of the full body crunches. If the crunches are getting to be too much, just ditch the weight. You can always do them body weight. The crunches go by pretty quick because it's not a compound movement like those lunge jumps. But man, I tell you, I was feeling this in my core the next day. So they will catch up to you for sure. Remember, not about speed. It's more about the quality of the reps. So take your time with these. I'm going to make my way to the plank. 2 quick bear plank to donkey kicks. Shoulders and quads are the main muscle groups you're going to target with this one, but it's really a total body exercise, core, of course, working as well. And I'm going back to those full body crunches, 9 of these. I'm slowing down, starting to struggle. We're almost 30 minutes into this workout. So you've been doing an awesome job. That's well over halfway. We got this. All right, I'm done with my 9. I'm going to flip over the next 3. Let's see what we got. 10 jump squat to press, 3 bear plank to donkey kicks, 1 full body crunch. Love seeing those aces, those low numbers. Grabbing your weight if you're still using it. I'm going to start with those 10 jump squats with the press at the bottom. Ooh, got to take a break and shake it out. These are starting to burn. All right, I finished those. I'm going to make my way to the floor for those 3 bear plank to donkey kicks. And finishing it up with that 1 full body crunch. Okay, we've made it. We are at the 75% mark, okay? So you are 3/4 done with this workout. I'm going to flip over the next 3, 10 lunge hops, 9 bear to donkey, 1 squat jump. So I'm not talking too much during this workout, just because I don't want to mess up with your counts. I know it's really easy with me yapping away to kind of lose count of where you are. So I will keep the form cues sporadic, maybe more so than in another shorter workout here. All right, I'm done with my first leg. I'm going to do those 10 reps on the other side. Remember, don't rush through this. I know it's a lot of reps, and at this point in the workout, I'm sure you just want to get finished with this move already. But if we go too fast on this, that's where form goes out the window. Yes, balance is part of this, and it's okay to feel a little wobbly. That's normal. That's part of the challenge. But I don't want you to fling yourself through this. You shouldn't be wobbling all over the place. All right, I'm done with those. I'm going to make my way to the floor. 9 bear plank to donkey kicks. And 1 squat jump to press. All right, let's flip over those next 3. 10 squat jump to press. 2 lunge hop deadlifts. And 7 bear to donkeys. So grab that weight. 10 more. We got this. Again, pause the video as needed. Take pauses and rests as needed. I'm not going to stop the video. I'll leave that up to you to gauge when you need to. All right, that's 10 for me. Now 2 lunge hop to deadlifts each side. 2 is a good number. It is small. We got this. And I'm taking it over to my other leg. All right, done with those. I'm moving on to the bear plank to donkey kicks. 7 reps total. All right, I'm going to flip over the next 3. 10 lunge hop deadlifts. Woof. Oh no, 10 bear to donkey kicks. 10 more lunge hop deadlifts. Oh no, my face says it all. This is going to be brutal. All right, deep breaths. We got this. I'm not so sure about it. All right, we will start with those lunge hops. Now you can do 10 straight on each leg, or maybe break it up. Do 5 right, 5 left, 5 right, 5 left. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to split it up. So I'm going to do 5 right, 5 left, 5 right, 5 left, and then I'll move on to the bear to donkeys. Again, do however works best for you. As long as it builds up to those 10 reps on each side, you're good. So I've done 5 on each side. Just going to repeat that. Now I know we're getting to the end of the workout and we have already done a ton of these, but don't rush through it, okay? Form is really important. So let's just go down that form checklist real quick. Soft bend to the target knee. Don't lock it out. Hips square to the floor. Spine is long, core is active. So knit your ribs together, roll your shoulder blades down your back, keep your chest broad. All right, so I'm done with the first 10. Now moving to that plank position, 10 bear to donkey kicks. You can tell I'm slowing down. I'm taking my sweet old time between moves. Okay, check those off the list. 10 more lunge hop to deadlifts. I know. We're in this together. I feel the same way you probably feel right now. I just want you to know that when I finally finished this workout after filming it, I felt so good and so accomplished. The next day, I was sore in the right places. So just know that it is worth it, okay? Stick with this. 10 reps each side. I'm going to break it up again, do 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh, and I did it. Okay, good news is that was probably the hardest 3 flip, all right? Coming up next, 10 bear to donkey, 10 full body crunch, and 6 bear to donkey. Okay, so our legs kind of get a breather after that, which is a good thing. Our quads definitely work in the bear to donkeys, but core will be kind of the focus. And I'm just going to flip over the 4th one as well because this is it for the deck. So we will add on 3 full body crunches to that. All right. So these are your final 4 moves, but then we do have a finisher. We got a joker at the end of that, and I will explain what we'll do there when we get there. For now, let's focus on getting through this final sort of core finisher here. 10 bear to donkeys up first. We'll make our way to a plank position. All right, done with those. Moving on to the 10 full body crunches. Done with those, moving back to the bear to donkey kicks, 6 reps of these. And finally, 3 full body crunches. Okay, here is the deal. And I'm going to give you a preview in a second, so I want you to watch the screen. We're going to go through those 4 exercises one final time. You're going to give me 3 reps of each exercise, and then you finish the 3rd rep with a 30-second hold. So I'm showing you right now, the hold will be in the low squat with the arms extended. 30-second hold there. Then we will move on to the lunge hops. We'll do 3 of those on each leg, and then you finish with a hold in that hinged position. You do that each leg. Then we move to the full body crunch, and I'm not going to use the weight for this because it's a hollow body hold with those arms overhead. 30 seconds there. Finally, 3 reps of that bear to donkey kick, and then you hold a plank. Okay, so let's do this. I will have a timer in the corner when you get to the holds. We're going to start with 3 squat jumps with the press at the bottom. Let's go. Okay, so your 3rd and final rep, get low, hold, extend that weight out. You're here for 30 seconds. Weight is in your heels, button hips down and back, chest is open, so don't let the weight hunch you. Now, if this gets to be too much holding the weight, just bring the weight into your chest, all right? Focus on the low squat. I care more about that. You have 10 seconds to go. You got this. Okay, now we're going to go into the lunge hop with the hinge, 3 each side, and then you hold the balance position. If you want to do this without the weight, just ditch it. Do body weight. So it doesn't matter which leg you start on. 3 reps, and then you're going to hold that final hinge. Okay, so you're essentially coming into warrior 3 here, or airplane. Soft bend to the standing knee. Weight is in the heel that's on the ground. That back leg is extended up. Think about from your back heel to the crown of your head, one straight line. Your hips are square to the floor, so take that lifted leg side, pull that hip down 1/2 inch so that it's in line with your stationary side. Spine is long, core is active, knit your ribs together. If balance is an issue, you can always bring a hand to a chair. Okay, let's do that same thing, other side. 3 reps, 30-second hold. We're so close to the end of this workout. You got it. All right, and let's find that balance. So chest is staying open, which can be challenging because we have the weight in one hand and not the other, but try to keep your chest open and square to the floor. Hips are square to the floor. Take that back foot, dial the toes straight down to the ground, engaging through the inner thigh. Soft bend to your standing knee. 10 seconds to go. Stay with it. All right, let's make our way to the floor. 3 full body crunches. I'm going to do it without the weight. You can totally use the weight. Personally, doing a hollow body hold with a weight overhead is not in my wheelhouse right now. So 3 reps, and then we will hold the extension. All right, so extend the legs to a hover. Arms are overhead. I want you to knit your ribs together and think of drawing the belly button down towards the floor. Now, the higher your legs are, the easier this will be. The lower to the floor they are, the harder. If you need to modify, bend your knees. If you have tight shoulders and this is just not happening with the arms, I want you to bend the elbows wide and have the fingers by your ears. Another option, bring your hands under your butt, okay? And just focus on the lower body hover. You got it. Last couple seconds. Okay, last move, you got this. This is your final push of this workout. You're going to give me 3 bear planks to donkey kicks. We hold a plank, and then you are out of here. "30 seconds on the clock." Oops, I just did 4 reps instead of 3. Whatever. 30 seconds on the clock now. Hold that plank. And if your wrists are bothering you, just hold the plank from your forearms. So legs are active. You're squeezing the quads as if you're trying to lift your quads off your kneecaps. Squeeze your glutes. Neck is long because it is part of your spine. So if you're currently looking between your feet, I want you to shift your gaze up a little bit, okay? You should kind of be looking in front of your fingers. This has been a long, hard workout. You should be so proud of yourself. Last 3, 2, 1, done.
Hope you enjoyed that workout. I don't know about you guys, but that kicked my ass. My legs are jello. If you did like this workout, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will see you next week with another workout.